Hi guys, and welcome to another Halloween 2020 Fishing Planet video. This time it's the Ghost Pike hunt, the Ghost Essence. Now, as I mentioned before, I did this mission a couple of years ago, and gradually bits of it are coming back to me over the time that I've been having a go on my new Microsoft account. I'm running both in tandem at the moment, so I'm doing the kayak racing and the secondary Frankenfish on my main Steam account, but I'm also doing the whole original Halloween one on my Microsoft account, which has been great fun, I have to say. The Ghost Pike is a bit of a slog, so if you thought the bluegill was quite hard work, then this is even harder. I last time did it at Emerald, and basically you're looking to run the spinner or the spoon or the jig and jig head through the pike alley, and you can see directly in front of me is the landing stage, or the stage where you take off from the kayak. And I found last time, it took me a while to remember, but I found that it was easier to put the kayak where it is now. The marker buoy that's just in front of us is a position of a ghost pike I've picked up, but it could equally be the marker buoy for the emerald predator hunt or whatever. And if you run just to the other side of that and pull through, you're likely to ultimately pick up a ghost pike. Twitching I've found to be the way to go. The pike here do like twitching. The problem that you will find, particularly when using the silicon spider on the jig head, is you'll pick up walleye, because walleye tend to like jig heads with worms and things like that on. I'm using the blade spinner here, as you can see, and you get a chart on the left showing you the progress of how you do with each one. Just using the Rivertex use, and actually I should have upped that reel really to the Thunderspin. Don't forget to put a titanium leader on there, because these are obviously predatory fish and they will cut the line, so make sure you do that. And I've just used X Series Fluoro 0.65, which is really plenty strong enough, and it's just a case of working your way through it. You'll tend to find that they'll come in batches every now and again, and you'll need to keep resetting the clock and moving forward in time. But if you do the twitching technique, there we go, here's one coming up. They do like the twitching, all the pike here, but particularly the ghost pike like twitching. You can twitch at 2 speed or 3 speed, or a mixture of both. It sometimes works to let it land like I did there, and then just start the twitch at 3 and then drop it down to 2 as you're coming in closer. So that's what the ghost pike looks like. And obviously you've got to work your way through using the different lures. What I found the first time round, and I'm finding this time, is it's a good idea just to mix and match, and if you're not doing very well with one, then move over to to one of the others. If you use the silicon spider, then as I say, you need to put it on a jig head. I remember the first time round getting quite a few from where I've just cast by the actual jetty. Ironically, having come all the way out and parked the kayak here, you do get them from there, so that's certainly worth a go. And here's one coming up, and they do vary in size, so be aware that some of them will take longer to land than others. You can even, if you're sitting in the kayak like this, you can leave the anchor up and do a sleigh ride around the lake, which if you go far enough you'll get an award for that and bait coins for that as well if you're new to the game. So that's another thing to bear in mind, but this one's fighting quite a bit harder than the first. But there's another reason for parking the kayak where I have parked it, and I'll show you on a map a little bit later where I park the kayak, where it worked very well the first time, and it's working reasonably so far this time round. And that is that, as well as hitting this particular spot, I found another really good spot last time, which I'm not sure whether other people have found or not, but it's round to the right of where we are along the reeds, and you'll see that in just a minute. I really should have bought a more sensible jig head. The 42 on a 4, the size 4 hook is fine, but the weight is a little bit too much, because you're not really, if you cast far enough to give the jig head time to get up, then it's very difficult. It's hard work to get it up off the bottom of the, you can see there, that's reeling in at 3-speed and it's hardly moving. Now it doesn't really matter, you'll still catch fish like that, but really I think ideally you want a jig head that's more in the 30-gram range, and obviously you can look what that is in Imperial, and probably a 3/0 or 4/0 hook will be fine, but probably a 3/0 hook I would suggest would be sensible. So yeah, it's really just a case of, you know, bringing it through this area and occasionally trying to the left and to the right, and as you saw I got one towards where the jetty is. But you will pick up walleye, and you will also pick up other pike, obviously chain pickerel, and there are northern pike here as well, so you will get northern pike. But walleye are, I was going to say, they're a bit of a problem. They're a mixed blessing, because of course you do have to subsidize your travel around unless you've already got millions of credits. So I think at this point I'd made probably 1,000 or 2 credits, and it certainly does help to subsidize the travelling around, because there is a lot of it in this mission, in this Halloween mission. You can just see to the right of me there's a buoy floating around, because I've marked that. Now this is where we are on the map, as you can see, and we've been fishing out towards this area and we just caught the fish there. And what I'm just going to show you now is the fact that you can fish this line, which for me last time around 2 years ago really worked well, and alternating between the two worked fantastically well. So all you've got to do is spin your kayak round and you're there. You haven't actually got to really go anywhere. You can just spin back between those 2 points and just keep, you know, working the 2 areas. And with the, you'll see again here, the distance means that you can see I'm starting to work that jig head before it's even got to the bottom. If you let it get to the bottom, then it's real hard work to get it to come back up again. And twitching will, generally speaking, in my experience, work better than stop and go. They like lift and drop as well, but you will catch them with all of the presentation. So don't worry if you don't want to use twitching. That's absolutely fine. You will catch them with stop and go, but twitching does tend to work really well. I found that last time, and I'm finding it this time as well. Haven't had much success with this silicon spider. I have had a fair bit of success, as you can see on the left, with the blade spinner, and I haven't yet collected the others, so I'm doing this like I did last time, a bit piecemeal. So I've caught some of the Nairn River gars, the albino gars, and run out of dead mice. So I came here to start to make a bit of a dent in this little lot, because this is quite a big job you've got here. The other ones really are quite straightforward as long as you can get the bits. On my Steam account I have 46 roach spoons, and on this one I haven't got one. What I need on my Steam account is, I think, something like a rope or something. I can't remember quite what, but something I need for the secondary Frankenfish mission, and I haven't got it, and I think I've got about 3 on this account, so it's sod's law really, but I'll get there in the end. I've got 11 days to go. So this is another go with the blade spinner along this line, just to show you. And here we go, and this is a big Ghost Pike. This is a hard fighting one. I wish I'd left the anchor up on this one, because this would tow me all the way around the lake, I think. This put up a real proper fight. Some of them do, and some of them don't, just like any other fish really, any other pike or any other fish. And yeah, this one took a fair bit of getting in. As I say, don't forget to put the leader on, because the titanium leader, because if you get into a fight like this, then you'll just find that it'll chew through, and then you'll be very upset if it was a ghost pike like this. Nothing really in this lake fights like this, so even if you get into a good walleye or a good northern pike, it's not going to fight anything like as strongly as these ghost pike do. They're sort of punching way above their weight for the lake that we're in. I remember catching my first one at Lone Star, actually 3 years ago, before I did my first Halloween mission, and was I didn't really have the kit for it at all then, but I managed to land it after a good 5 or 6 minute fight. But yeah, some of them take a bit longer to get in than others, but you shouldn't have too much of a problem with that. The biggest problem really is the sheer number that you've got to get. I think you've got to get 6 lots of 6, so that's 36 fish in, and yeah, it can take some time and quite a lot of skipping to the next night, and skipping to a good time, and just waiting for, you know, the RNG to give you the fish. So this one's coming in now, and you can see, I think it's a fairly big one. It's a 8.3 kilos, you can see there, and they don't pay awfully well compared with northern pike, but obviously that's not the point. So that's gone up to 4 out of 6 on the blade spinner chart. So just to show you again, this is the point that I use, and you're welcome to take the coordinates there, and this is the line that we've just been fishing, and if you turn around you can then fish this line here, and indeed we caught one from over here as well. So hope you enjoyed this video, guys, and I hope it helps, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.